Good morning to all of you. Let me first apologize for not being able to be present in person at this significant event which is taking place today. India today stands at a defining inflection point in its digital journey. We have built population-scale digital infrastructure including Aadhaar, DPI, DigiLocker, CoWIN, etc., which are grounded in both scale and trust. This is what makes digital personal data protection so important. The Act is now operational. We are entering the next phase of this journey, one that places the citizen firmly at the center of the digital economy. The DPDP Act seeks to balance individual rights and dignity, innovation, and the ease of doing business. The Act and rules were not rushed. There was rigor at every stage. We consulted widely, and we spoke to a large number of people. The draft rules alone received over 6,000 comments, reflecting deep engagement with stakeholders. There were multiple rounds of stakeholder consultations with a range of stakeholders and with a range of people who were concerned with this. This level of participation has materially shaped the final framework. At its core, the DPDP Act is anchored in the principle that trust is the most critical element. Importantly, the DPDP Act reflects an Indian approach to data protection. It is distinct from other places. I'm glad that today the technology-based tools which have been created are in fitting with what the Act requires. The Act itself is simple, principle-based, and technology-agnostic. It is tailored to India's socio-economic and institutional realities. It is aligned with the global best practices while remaining made for India. The Act is what we call Saral, that is simple, accessible, rational, and actionable law. It uses plain language, contains illustrations that make the meanings clear, contains no provisos, and has minimal cross-referencing. By using the word she instead of he for the first time, it acknowledges women in parliamentary lawmaking. The Act provides for certain rights to individuals, and these include, amongst others, the right to access information about personal data processed, and the right to correction and erasure of data, the right to forget, the right to be forgotten as it's called, the right to grievance redressal, and the right to nominate a person to exercise their rights in case of death or incapacity. This is uniquely Indian in scope and the way that it has been done. The key point here, I think, which we need to remember, is the Act is also very timely given the requirements of data for artificial intelligence. And I think what it does create is the fact that we have today a system whereby most of the regulation is techno-legal, and at the same time it gives rights to the data principle as to how their data should be used. And becoming a completely digital law, it is possible for us to actually enforce it in a technology-driven world. Compliance under the DPDP Act should be viewed as a one-time or box-ticking exercise. It requires a shift in organizational mindset. We expect organizations, both public and private, to move towards privacy by design and privacy by default. Institutionalizing grievance redressal and accountability mechanisms, embedding privacy into business processes and not treating it as an afterthought. These are crucial points. Likewise, technology will be a crucial enabler here, as I already pointed out, particularly automation. AI-assisted governance and interoperable compliance platforms that reduce cost and complexity are crucial. Implementation readiness is also extremely important. The implementation of the Act is a shared responsibility between the government, industry, and ecosystem partners. From the government side, focus areas include operationalization of the Digital Data Protection Board of India, clear consultative rulemaking, capacity building across ministries, PSUs, and state governments. For industry and enterprises, especially large organizations and PSUs, board-level ownership of data protection, investment in people, processes, and technology, and sector-specific adoption models reflecting operational realities are very important. We also recognize the need to support MSMEs and startups with scalable, affordable compliance solutions ensuring that the regulation does not become a barrier to innovation. Indigenous technology is again very key. A key pillar of India's digital strategy is the development of sovereign, trusted, indigenous technology capabilities. This is the way we build strategic autonomy. Homegrown privacy technologies, including automation and AI-driven governance tools, can lower compliance costs, improve consistency and auditability, and strengthen national digital resilience. This aligns with our broader vision of building a globally respected digital product from India, and not just for India, but for the whole world. In the next steps that I would like to outline, the effective implementation of the DPDP Act will enhance citizen confidence in digital services, enable responsible data-driven innovation, strengthen India's position as a trusted digital economy. At the same time, privacy, data protection, and innovation are not competing objectives. When designed well, they reinforce each other. India has the opportunity to build trust-led growth, particularly in an environment where artificial intelligence is becoming so important. And the kind of tools that we create to enable this, including the tool that is being launched today, I think is an important step forward in this journey. Thank you very much.